Hey guys, welcome to our third section of Scratch. Here we are going to create a very simple, not a very simple, a pretty much a bit difficult game using Scratch. We might also seen that game at some Play Store or any app stores. But here we are going to create our own program using Scratch. First of all, we have to know the logic of this program before getting to that action part. Okay, first of all, if we just click the flag, Go start, our main character starts to move, and the main aim of this character is to catch the apples, whichever coming from the left to right, and the speed of all the apples are completely random, so we cannot predict the speed or the location of the apples. So as it eats the apple, the score keeps on increasing, and it has total of 3 lives, and it keeps on decreasing as it reaches the edges or top and bottom of the screen. If the lives reaches 0, it means the game is over. We completely have only 3 lives. If it reaches 0, then we cannot proceed the game further. Then we have to start the game again. Okay, this is the basic logic of our game. We'll start to code. For that, start a new project. And it is creating and uploading all the modules that is needed for our project. And as we know already, our default sprite in Scratch programming is a cat. First, we have to delete the sprite to have our own program. And we're gonna choose a best background for our program. As we know, we're gonna create an animation game. It is better to select some playground like environment. So I'm gonna select baseball round 1. After that, we have to choose all the sprite, whatever we need. First, we upload a main character from the default characters. Go is in the fantasy section. Otherwise, you can also search it from the above bar. Okay, I'm placing it at the center place to have a clear vision of it. We can also change its size here. It is a pretty much big than I need. So I'll make it into 50. And we have 3 different costumes of Gogo. So as the program proceeds, we're gonna change its costume constantly. First of all, we have to create codes for Gogo. When the flag is clicked, we're gonna change costume of Gogo constantly. For that, we have to select forever, and in the looks part, which costume to Gogo see, and wait for 1 second. 1 second is pretty much higher than we need. We'll just check it first and we'll change it as we need it. Okay, and switch costume to Gogo B. Our project is being saved. After it is saved, we just click that. You can see that the movement is very slow, so we have to decrease the time. Okay, it's ready now. If we just click it, the motion is very fast here. We can see that from the picture itself. Our costume for Bobo is right now ready. Then we'll go to the next one. If we just click the flag, we should make Gogo to move as the mouse pointer moves. For that, we have to again click when the flag is clicked. Forever, again, in the go to motion section. We'll just check for go to. Here we have go to random position. You have to change it into mouse pointer, otherwise go will move randomly. So if we just run the program, Gobo will move as the mouse points. Okay. The main character is ready now. Then we have to create apples. For that we have to upload the spirit of apple. It will be better to have an apple, and we can also edit it easily. For that I'm selecting apple here and decrease the size into 50. That's all. When the program starts, we need to clone, which means we need to have plenty of apples, not a single apple. For that, we have to create clones of apple. That go to events. Don't have close here. The control section, we might have it. When I start as a clone, I have to show all the apples, which means all the clones will be visible to the player. For that, go to show, choose. Okay, this is ready now. We have to check for Apple's position. We know this is the y axis and the horizontal one is the x axis. And our apple is going to move from the left to right. So it can come from any random places, but it has to come from the left end of our screen. For that, we have to fix our x position in motion section. Set x to it is minus 240. Set x position as a constant minus 240. So all the apples will be coming from the minus 240 x position, and we have to change the y position. Then only we'll get random apples from random places. For that, set y to a random variable. For that, go to operators. There we can get random one. And the topmost extreme points of y positions are 0.70, or we'll take it as 150. 150 to minus negative 150, up and down values. Then we have to set speed of the apple to a random variable. Then only the speed of the apple is not a predictable one in future. Okay, for that, I have to create a variable called apple speed, and this is only specific for the spread only. So we have to specify it for the spread, not for all the spread. Okay, in that, set apple speed to a random variable just to have a predictable speed of unpredictable speed of an apple. 3 to 10 is enough speed of the apple, and then we have to delete the apple if it reaches the other edge of the x position. For that, you have to create a forever block to have a forever change. In that, How to change the x position as the speed of the apple changes. For that, change x by, we should have a change in the program. That's why we are using changing position values. Change x by apple speed. As the apple speed changes, value of the x also changes. That's all. That is the meaning of this block, this specific block. And then if the apple reaches the other end of the x position, we need to delete that clone of apple. For that, we have to have a if block here. If in the operator section, we can have a diamond equal part, just drag and drop it here. And if x position, what is our x position in the other right end? Which is 223. We'll set it as 223. It is 227 also, so 225 is enough. If x position reaches 225 in the other side, we have to delete that clone. Delete this clone. That's all. We have done almost. And then if we just run the program, we don't have that much change here. Okay, we'll just stop the program here itself. And then now we have created clones of Apple and we have also created our main character Gobo. So now we have to create an interaction between these apples and the main character Gobo, and our interaction should be like Gobo eating the apples. That's all. For that, we have to have the sense section or the sensing section, which is here right now. For that, we'll create an if section here. If in the forever section, in this touching section, if Gobo touches the apple, you have to delete that clone of apple. Delete this clone. That's all. Right now, you're almost done with the program. And our next thing is to what to say. We have plenty of things to done here too, because we have done with the interaction between the Gobo and the apple, and we have to calculate the score and the number of lives Gobo have and the game over section. Okay. For that, let's do a simple recap of our program till now. First of all, you have created the program. When the flag is clicked, our Gobo's costume is going to be keep on changing, and Gobo is going to move as the mouse pointer points. Okay, we have done with Gobo right now, and then we have created clones of Apple, and the clones of Apple should start the position from the left hand most edge, and it has to reach the right hand side. If it reaches the right hand side wall, it has to be deleted. For that, we have the section here, delete the clone if it reaches the 225 position of X. And then if Gobo reaches or if Gobo eats the apple should be deleted at that time itself. So we have the delete section for Gobo touch from the sensing option. And then we have to set values or variables for lives and scores too. For that, we'll create variable for score. Score is common for all the spirits. So And the next sprite is lives. We have done with the variables now. And then we have to see what are the other things are. Let's just go to Gobo. When the flag is clicked, forever block. Here we have started a program, Apple program, when a clone is being generated, but we didn't generate the clone right now. So we have to create the clones from our main screen. For that, create program is needed. Program block is needed. For that, come here and search for create clone. Create clones of Apple, and then there should be a time difference between the Apple creation or the clone creation. For that, we have to choose a random variable, then only we can have random position of apples and random generation of clones. For that, we have to create a wait limit for that. Wait randomly for that. Pick a random variable from 1 to 3 seconds is enough. Okay, we're almost done with the program. Okay, we'll just set lives and all. For that, we have to set lives. Go to variable section. Here, set lives in the main block to 3. Okay, and then score should also be 0. And then we have to go with the decrementation program, which means the game over program. When Gobo reaches the top or the bottom walls of the game, we have to decrement the lives by 1. We have already set the lives to 3 at the start of the program. So within this forever section, we're gonna do a program. If Gogo reaches the top end or the bottom end, we have to decrement the program. For that, we'll just see what is the y position at the top. It is almost 150. Almost 153 exactly. Okay, so we'll start with an if block. Here we have an if block. If y position equals operator, sorry, it should be here, equals operator. If y position is minus 153, the top end, we should have an OR section here. In that, we'll just have a clone of this block. If y position is equal to minus 153, or if it is equal to plus 153, we'll just have it here and then we'll if the y position reaches the top end or the bottom extreme end, we should decrement the lives by 1. For that, go to change set variable section. by -1. That's all. And we have to have another if section here. If the life keeps on decreasing, then we'll get negative lives also. For that, we have to stop it at the life's value of 0. For that, go to life section. If life's value is equal to 0, we have to stop the program and we have to show that the game is over now. For that, go to operator section, get an equal operator from here. If life is equal to 0, we have to stop the program. For that, we have to broadcast the message game over now. Go to look section here, say game is over for 2 seconds, and then we have to broadcast that program. Sorry for that block. We are broadcasting message 1, which is game over, and then we have to set the score to 0 to start the program as a fresh one. Is that it? Score to 0. That's all. And then we have to stop all the program right at that second. Stop all. That's all. And then in that screen, we have Gobo, clones of apples, scores, and lives. Other than that, we have another one which is apple speed. We don't want to show that to the player. For that, we'll go to when the flag is clicked, go to variables, hide apple speed, and overall hide all the things coming from this slide. That's all. If you just clicked it, you can see that apple speed was not visible now. Okay, we almost done with the program. We'll start it here. We can see that but the life is not decrementing. So we have an error here. What is that? If y position is equal to 0, set lives by -1. If lives here the life is not decrementing. What is the error here? We are changing lives by -1. We'll click it. Okay, it is not responding for that code. Okay, we almost done with the program. We'll just see whether it is working properly or not. Score is incrementing. And we have unpredictable speed of Apple. Yeah, it is decrementing. So the game is over. All has been stopped now by the program itself. We'll just see in the full screen. We'll start the program. I've given lives as 4 now because while I'm clicking the flag to start the program, I have to come from that edge. While coming from the outside of the edge to the inside program, my life is keep on decreasing. For that, we'll first stop the program. We can see that. So just to cross that edge, I've given lives as 4, one for crossing that edge, and the other 3 are completely for our program. So if you don't want that kind of things, then you can have a start button here just by having click flag function for that start. It's pretty much easy than having having a flag. Okay, students, if you want to have a start button here, you can just have it just by having two blocks of additional codes. Okay, I think you now you have a better knowledge about Scratch programming in animated story creation and in programming animated games as well. Okay, students, you can also create your own program just by developing these kinds of program. We also have many default programs and animated stories in Scratch that we can see in the login section itself. Just by implementing or developing that programs itself, we can create very huge and hard programs. Okay, students, we'll see you in the next class. Thank you. Bye bye.